Hello and welcome back. We're gonna be doing something different this episode because I didn't have a plan. Oi. Um, I. Oh, hello. Anyway, I am going to just be doing things and talking, and hopefully, some good content comes out of that. Cause oh, that's where that arrow went. Anyway, because yeah, I didn't make a plan for this episode. Anyway, um. We're gonna start off by getting some gunpowder because I didn't get as much as I would have liked to in between videos. But yeah, it is currently 4:42 in the morning at the time of recording this. Hopefully it comes out today. We'll find out. Anyway, how you guys doing? It is It's not Wednesday, my dudes. It's Monday, my dudes. The worst day of the week. Not really the worst day of the week. But now my stupid little kid. Anyway, not my stupid. Anyway, my what was I saying? Oh yeah. My parents are out of town, so I was like, hey, it's 4 in the morning, but who cares? No one else is home, so I can record, and it's not gonna matter. So yeah, take that. I don't know. I feel like there was a point to this, but there definitely wasn't, because this whole video there's not going to be a point. Hopefully you guys actually, yeah. YouTube compression doesn't like darkness, so I'm gonna just sacrifice my safety of using a shield for your guys' viewing quality. Anyway, you guys get to enjoy the fact that I have not slept in like 20 some hours. So that should be fun for you guys. We shall see how I slip into madness if I'm not already there. So anyway, what you doing, guys? I asked how you guys are doing. What are you guys up to? How you guys been? No, I've already asked that. I'm struggling. What is this video gonna be? Who knows? But it's episode 36. Maybe episode 35 and a half, because it's so unplanned that I don't know if this would be a good full episode. Anyway, I do find it rather funny that most of my half episodes have been longer than the average regular episode. My first half episode wasn't. It was actually shorter, so it made sense. But anyway, I'm not confident enough to finish doing the tree yet. So that's why this episode is just whatever I think will be fun. It's not even that. It's literally just whatever comes to mind. I can speak. I am very good at the English language, and you can't prove otherwise. Just ignore all of the clips of me stuttering over my words, and you can't prove otherwise. That'd be really funny, like, skit is like, Your Honor, I would like to strike all evidence from the record. And then just boom, now you can't use it. I would like to strike everything I've ever said from the record. Oh, okay. Bam. Now you're screwed. You have no evidence against me. Bam. And bam. And no, go away. And bam. You stop moving, you stupid little poop. Can poops be smart? Oh, hello. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Die. Go away. Go away. Die. Cool. Anyway, as I was saying, can poops be smart? That's certainly a statement. Ha ha ha. Let's kill the polar bear for absolutely no reason. Never mind, I missed. We'll leave him. You live today, polar bear. I've been waiting. Wow, my voice is dead. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting for someone new to help me through. Yeah. If you're happy, clap your yep, person. Alright, let's see. How many rockettas can I make? Bam. And bam. I don't want to be, yeah. Bam. And now let's empty the rest of our inventory. Bam, 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 bam. You heard me. I don't actually know if my microphone picked that up, so maybe you didn't hear me. Who knows? Well, you do, obviously, because you would have heard it. Bam. Yep. The joys of life, of which there are so few. Playing Minecraft is definitely one of them, though. Playing Minecraft and making content for you guys. Those brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Minecraft videos with zero planning. That is a few of my favorite things. So far this seems like it was a horrible idea to record. But whatever. You know? I haven't swore yet, so it's fine. I think. I'm fairly sure I haven't swore. Oh, what if I swore? What if I said swore word? Oh no. It's fine, I can fix it in post. That is probably one of my favorite things to say now that I actually edit things is like, oh, I'll fix it in post. I don't know, there's something really satisfying about saying that. But anyway. Yeah. Who else feels great today? Probably nobody because it's Monday. Although if you do feel great, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you feel great. You should feel great. You deserve greatness. Ah. Yep. Let's just fly in a random direction. Let's do it. Let's feed into spontaneity. This isn't a completely random direction. This is actually the direction of Spawn. You know, all those many episodes ago. It's crazy to think that was 35 episodes ago. My first episode. God, the production quality on that was god awful. You can barely hear me. Because I hadn't figured out or remembered to put my microphone down. And I also hadn't figured out how OBS balancing works. And there was basically, I just hadn't figured out how to be a human. Not really. That's something I don't know if I'll ever figure out. I hadn't figured out how to be recorder. You know, no freaking way there's a mushroom island this close. This is not what I expected to find. Oh, that means I can get the need. Oh hey, I can get the blocks. That means I can get what's it called? A balanced diet. Are there a few mushrooms here of which I could breed? There are. Okay. I will be back for you, sirs. Or ma'ams. Or whatever's in between. I don't want to assume their gender. Gender? I hardly know her. Good one! What the, huh? How did I not know? Bro, there is so many things. There's so many things right near my house that I was unawares of. Caught unawares. This is the thing. I mean, I've had Elytra for a few episodes now, but like this is the thing that like Elytra does is you can like go places. You like well, I mean, you can go places before that, but like traveling is so easy that it's easy. Yep, I said what I said. Oops, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. But no. What was I saying? Oh yeah. You can travel a lot quicker. And so like, do I have to use shears? Is that what does it? No. How do I, oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say, how do I get red mushrooms from this? That's how. I got it. Never mind. Okay. Bam. I guess I could have brought a bowl and milked them. Then take that and then drop off those and throw those in there. Anyway, you can travel like a lot more easily. And then like you like and you can you're like up above, right? So when you're before you have Elytra, the two real modes of transportation you have are like on foot or on a horse or donkey or whatever. I mean, you can also go by boat. Anyway, your main forms of transportation are low down. You are at ground level. Whereas with Elytra, you're flying up above, and so like if you're walking through a forest, you can't see beyond the forest, if that makes sense. Like you can only see as far as the trees blocking your view. Just gonna purposely take some damage here. So I can heal or lose some health, some hunger, I mean. I'm losing health too. But anyway, because but no, so like with Elytra, you're above all that. Yeah, I'm above all that. I'm way better than that. No. Wow, I've not bred any animals. Have I really only bred cows, mushrooms, dogs? Is that the only one I bred? That's crazy. Huh. Okay. Yeah. That I didn't realize I'd done so few. But no, what was I saying? Right. When you're flying, like I'm above everything right now. Oh yeah, above all that. That's the joke I was making. I'm above all that. I'm too good for that. Anyway, you're above everything, and so like the trees or the icebergs that would normally be in your way, they're not in your way. Grab some sugarcane because I can always use more than that. Also, I have not. I don't remember if I said this in the last episode, but I have not updated. Oh no, because the last episode I didn't even realize there was an update. But no, I am not in the most recent version with the pigs and the leaves and flowers on the and stuff that you can place on the ground because in order to do that now, since I'm I'm a mod Minecraft player. But no, since I use mods now, is that? It totally is. There is a trident drowned, just drowning, or not drowning, but suffocating in that block. That is really funny that they spawned in that way. But no. What was I saying? Yeah. Hi there, sir. It's the credit card fraud department. Where's the chest? Where's the chest? There you are. Ooh, buried treasure. Oh, but now that I use mods, it's a lot harder to get, not harder, but it just takes longer to update between versions. I'm not like Doug, where I'm like, oh, I need to be eating, I'll eat the golden apple, not the, oh, but I kind of want to save that for an occasion where I'd actually need it. Anyway, as I was saying, as I've been trying to say, I have mods, and so it's like a lot harder to just switch between versions, because if you don't have mods, it's just like, oh, congrats, the newest version of Minecraft is out, you automatically updated to it. Whereas with mods, you have to individually get every single mod you use back up to date. And like I said, I'm not like Doug, where I'm like, that's just way too much work, and like I don't want to do it. But like for a couple of pig variations and basically the cherry petals that you can get, like that's basically the only two differences, is you can get the petals that are on the ground as like, you can get leaf petals. And what is with, oh, oopsies. Anyway, but no, like those are the only two differences, is that you can get like the leaves and those other random flowers on the ground, which is like, it's cool for aesthetics. But I'm not gonna go through the whole super long process of updating all of my mods to the newest version just for a few aesthetic changes. Like, it doesn't really add anything to the game. Like, it is purely aesthetic, because it's just a couple of changes of skin color, which I don't want to discount this. I love the update. I think it's a really good update. And I think it's a step in the right direction for Minecraft slash Mojang to make with their updates, because I feel like ever since the whole Caves and Cliffs debacle, where they were like, yeah, we're going to release one really big update every single year, you guys aren't going to know what hit you. Ever since that, it feels like they've just been struggling to like find a good balance between really small update and really big update, and not overselling or overpromising what they're doing. Also, I realized just now that I'm going further away from the buried treasure, but oh well. We can get it on the way back. Anyway, what I was saying though is I feel like they've really struggled with that balance. Because, the whole Caves and Cliffs thing, they were like, we're going to have all of this out by the end of the year. And then they're like, oops, sorry, just kidding. That's way more work than we thought. Oops. Which I also want to say, it's not their fault. Like the only thing I would fault them for is biting off more than they could chew. Because like it's not like I did that. I just have a horrible sleep schedule. And so, wow, there's been a lot of mobs just spawning in blocks. Or yeah, okay. What is this, bedrock? Get it? Because bedrock is glitchy. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, but no, but no, like I'm not like a lot of other people where they're like, oh, well, Mojang's just such a bad company because and I don't want to say that everyone's this way, but I feel like a lot of people, when that update happened, were like, oh, Microsoft should have never taken over Mojang. Mojang was so much better. And I feel like a lot of those people don't remember. Like, and again, I don't want to say that that Mojang, the Mojang times, whatever you want to call them, the pre-Microsoft era, we'll call it that, was bad. It wasn't. But I feel like a lot of people don't remember, like, those updates were big because we didn't know any better. Like they're not, like, I feel like a lot of people were more disappointed by the fact that Microsoft, Mojang, whatever, it's Mojang still, but it's the acquisition with Microsoft. Like I think it's more the problem of they promised something and didn't deliver on it. And like I think everyone's done that at some point, like thought that they could do more than they actually could. But a lot of people are really upset with this update for some reason, because they're like, oh, they only added a few things. It's like, yeah, but it also wasn't advertised as a major update. It was completely, actually, for most people, for me it definitely was, completely unexpected. I didn't know they were even working on an update. And it was just a small little thing. And it wasn't meant to be the major update of the year. I feel like it was more meant to be this, it's like a it's like the appetizer, if you will. Like it's like, hey, the food's not ready yet. Here's a little something to hold you off. Like the free breadsticks at Olive Garden. That's what I would compare it to. Although the free breadsticks at Olive Garden are freaking amazing, so maybe not that good. But like, it's like when they bring out food before. I wouldn't even say it's a paid advert, or not appetizer. A paid appetizer. It's like the free ones that they give you. But Like it wasn't meant to be a major update. So yeah, it's only a few things. Like, do you get? I feel like a lot of people don't remember that like the creaking came out pretty recently, and that was not a huge update, but it was a sizable update. Like you can tell the creaking took work to design. Especially like the whole animation thing it has going on, and the mechanic and all the sound design that took time. Like they obviously had to be working on that before they released it, so you can't expect them to have, and this isn't me attacking you, I'm just saying the people who do get upset over it, like you can't expect them to pull something out of thin air. They're like, I think I think something that people need to make a distinction with is Mojang is owned by Microsoft. They aren't Microsoft, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to think of how to word it other than that, but like I feel like that also there's a really cool mine shaft with all the chains. But anyway, like I feel like that really words it best. Is like, just because they're owned by Microsoft doesn't mean they have the entirety of Microsoft working on the game for them. They have, like, Microsoft does a lot of other stuff. They make my favorite console, Xbox. Screw PS4. I'm kidding. PS4, I don't know, just PlayStation in general. Anyway, I'm kidding. I like little friendly console rivalry. But no, what was I saying? Um, okay, so if I'm going this way, then I should turn right. Sorry, trying to also, I realized I was going further away from the buried treasure. But anyway, Microsoft has a lot of other stuff on their hands. Like, they don't just make Minecraft. Whereas when it was just Mojang, there was, pre-acquisition, that's all Mojang really did. I mean, like, I can't remember off the top of my head because I was really young when when Minecraft first came out. I was still in elementary school. But like, Mojang didn't have really much else to do, so all of their focus was going into Minecraft. Whereas with Microsoft, they have a lot of other stuff. Mojang is just a company that they bought. Like, I prefer to look at it as like when Mojang was, oh, it's ran by Notch. And like it's this small little company. I prefer to look at it now rather than like, oh, Mojang is ran by Microsoft. I prefer to look at it as Mojang is ran by Jeb, and it has a little bit bigger budget and a bigger staff, but it's still not a huge company. That was a weird little bump that just happened. I'm getting a bit of lag as things load in, but no, that usually helps me, like, kind of give them a bit of a break. But like, okay, I need to can I land? Can I land? Can I land? Don't appreciate the lag. But okay, so I need to, so if I'm going this way, so that's forward. So then right would be left. Anyway, what did I say? Right. Like, just remembering and not being so harsh on Mojang, I feel like it's important, because they're still a really cool. is the shipwreck just pointing at the buried treasure? Like I feel like that's what we stumbled upon here. Uh, but no, yeah. Uh oh, hey, there it is. Wow, it really almost is just staring directly at, hey, 2 diamonds, at the buried treasure. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. The whole acquisition. Like it's not, they didn't just suddenly become this like huge company. It's, in fact, that actually is something that really bothers me about a lot of bigger games, is the fact that like like Microsoft, Mojang, whatever you want to call it, um they have, I think I have bamboo, but just in case I want to grab some. But no, like they're, like I said, relatively small. If you're considering them Microsoft, they're not small, obviously, but like they're they don't have infinite budget and resources, obviously. Um, and they still, like, Minecraft still comes out with free updates. Yet you have these massive companies like Epic Games and Blizzard, where, which I guess Blizzard with, oh, some of them, but like a lot of them are like, hey, you want all this new content? Pay for it. And like, I'm like, hang on, like, I feel like Mojang proved already that, ooh, Ocean Monument. We're gonna go do that because, like I said, I have zero plans. Get inside before they kill me. But no, what was I saying? Right. Uh, like Mojang proved basically that uh having free updates is not like this super difficult thing. Like it's really not that hard. So why? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Ooh, there we go. Did he drop the coast armor trim or the tide armor trim? Yes, he did. He also dropped a sponge, which is pretty cool. Okay, I have 0. Uh, that'd be kind of cool if a golden apple gave you. I mean, it already is so overpowered, but like, could you imagine if a golden apple also gave you what's it called? Yeah. But if it also gave you water breathing? Okay, you need to die, sir. Like that would be kind of cool. I keep getting sidetracked. No, what was it saying? What was it saying? What was it saying, guys? You know what I was saying because you can just rewind the video. It's not fair. Anyway, I doubt anyone's still watching at this point because it wasn't really that entertaining of an episode. But if you are, first of all, thank you. Second of all, um, what was I saying? Let me know in the comments. But no, I'm just gonna evade death by having good saturation. But no, there should be. I was gonna say there he is. I Oh no. I really don't want to die down here. Oh, I can actually get bubbles here. But no. What was I saying? God, I like completely lost my train of thought. I'm really upset about that. I I can tell that I was going to say something that I don't want to say thought was worth you guys' time, because I try to at least make most things I say worth you guys' time. I mean, obviously, this whole episode is unplanned, so there's gonna be a few things where it's just like he's just rambling. But no, like it was something about the whole. Oh yeah, like why are paid updates and paid content still a thing at this point? Like I get like uh Trailmakers is a game I absolutely love. And I think they've found a really cool way of doing it, where because they're a really small company, and while their game is really great, not as many people play it as you'd think. Completely, like, again, I'm not big enough to have a sponsor, so I don't feel like I need to say not sponsored. But just to clarify, I'm not sponsored. Um, but no, I like you should seriously go check out Trailmakers if you haven't. It is a great game. Uh, but no, I like they're a small company, so I get it. But they have come up with a way where um they have a deal, like they have an update where a bunch of the stuff that they have is free, and then if you want the few extra things out of it, you have to pay, and it's not even super expensive. They're like 12, $13 maybe, if that. um but again, they're a small company, like they can really, what is going on, like they can really use that extra money. Also, I completely forgot I can just do that. Anyway, uh but no, they could really use that extra money versus, hey, the mining fatigue ran out. But no, versus like the big companies. Why are if first, like I said, why are we still doing paid updates? And secondly, if we're gonna do paid updates, I think we should do it the way that Trailmakers is doing it. Like make it make make the main part of the update free, and then the extra stuff, the aesthetic stuff, that's what's paid. Like the one that comes to mind right now is the space update, where like um pretty much most of the stuff from the space update was free. I could be lying. It came out a while ago. But no, most of the stuff from the space update, I'm pretty sure was mostly free. Um, I'm gonna start flying home now. I think this is the right direction, right? I'm gonna land because I know I put it in my notes app. But anyway, hey, look, I made a balanced diet. Um, but yeah, I did something. Okay, home. So we're gonna go negative. That's wrong. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Um, negative 1700, 119, negative 555. Okay. It's now we need to go negative X direction by quite a bit. And we need to go that way slightly. Anyway, but yeah, no. We're just gonna say this that was what was with the space update. Most of it was free. Like they came out with a new weapon, all these things. But there were a few things like the giant space thruster, which was like super huge. It gave you a bunch of thrust. And the space cockpit, which looked exactly like an X-wing cockpit and made me want to build an X-wing in that game, which is exactly what I did as soon as I got the update. um, but uh no. I'm gonna make some buckets because I want I want backup buckets of powdered snow bucket, whatever you want to call it. I feel like bucket of powdered snow makes more sense because it's like it is a bucket full of powdered snow, whereas I feel like powdered snow bucket sounds like it is a bucket made of powdered snow. I mean, like obviously it's not a bucket made of powdered snow, but like it sounds like it a little bit. But no. God, I have been trying to say this sentence for so long. Whoa, for the longest. Anyway. But yeah, the X, it came out with that cockpit though, and you had to pay for that stuff. But like the actual main update was free, which is really nice. And then like really recently, this one I know for sure, they came out with a racing update, and they made a F1 track, and the F1 track was free. It automatically updated into your the race map, because they have a bunch of different maps. I don't know if you guys have played Trailmakers before, but it automatically updated to the race map, and you had this new racetrack, and it had both forward and backwards races on it, which I thought was really cool. But anyway, the update also brought out a couple, I think like 3 new spoilers, a headlight, like a pop-up headlight like on the old cars, and F1 seat, like an F1 car looking seat with the whole roll cage and everything. And that was, I think you got one spoiler for free because like one of them was a front spoiler for an F1 car. I think that one was paid for, and then there were 2 other spoilers that came with it, and I think one was free. But then the rest was all paid for. So like you still got the new race track, you still got a new spoiler, which was really needed because there was only one spoiler and it looked very basic. So if you're trying to make a cool looking car with a nice spoiler, you had to work with this little tiny spoiler and make it look different, which people did a really good job of. Like you work with the tools you have and everything. But it was really helpful getting that new stuff. But anyway, moral of the story, as the base loads into view, is that I'm an idiot. But you guys knew that. Now, is that that's not what I wanted to do. I need this first. Put the diamonds in there. We got a hefty sum of diamonds right there. Which one has the yellow has the armor trims. But anyway. Nuggets. Not butt nuggets, gun nuggets. Butt nuggets, I don't even know what that is. Anyway, as I was saying, um, like, yeah, I just think they did a really good job of making it like, because obviously not everyone can afford everything. Greg, facts. I don't know. But no, not everyone can afford things. Like sometimes sometimes they can barely afford the game, and so like you don't want to exclude those people who are. I hate using the word less fortunate because like I don't know. It makes people who are doing well sound privileged, and I don't feel like that's the case either. Like I feel like having a good amount of money doesn't make you privileged. It's just like, hey, it's nice. You can afford some of the things that other people can't. And like I don't think you should feel bad if you can afford those things, but I think it's also important to recognize that not everyone can. And so I feel like they did a really good job of recognizing that and having, like I said, updates where like if people can't afford it, hey, it's all right. You still get some of the content. Like you still get, and in some of like the case, you really get the meat and potatoes of the content. Like you get the new map and the new race or whatever it is, which is that's the play feature. You can still use the tools from the base game, but now you have this really cool new map to mess around with, and actually some of them have storylines, which is kind of cool. But like you have this new storyline, this new map, whatever it is, to mess around with. You just don't get all the new blocks, which I think is genius, and I think it's a really cool way to go about it. Um, and also, the Trailmakers developers are so interactive with their community. Like it is crazy. The if you guys watch Scrapman, which I don't know if you do or not, but he is one of my favorite YouTubers. He's really like I don't want to say he's really small because he has almost 100,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure. Um, I'll look it up and oh, I accidentally just closed. Well, I didn't close the window, uh, but no, I'll look up his statistics while I'm talking. But no, if you guys watch Scrapman. Oh, he almost has 1 million subscribers. Sorry, he is. He's getting the wrong milestone. But no, he he plays Trailmakers, and like I was saying something. Dang it. Oh, yeah. And he has multiple update or videos where he is playing with the developers. Like they interact with the the actual like content creators and stuff. Like they have a series. I don't know if it's a series or like they do it every now and then, but where it's developers versus creators, and it's the developers versus the content creators, and it's like it's just so cool because like, and maybe you guys know of one, but I don't. Like name another company that does that, because I don't know one. Also, I know I could bring the sponges into the nether as I go mend all my tools, but I don't want to. So yeah, take that. Anyway, but no, I like. Ooh, that's my last rocket. Well, not my last rocket, but still. I'm gonna just mend up all the tools we used real quick here, so I can put them away. As I wrap up the video, because I don't think I'm going to be able to cut out a decent chunk of this video because it's just me rambling. I can cut out a few parts, but I don't think I'm going to be able to cut out 20 minutes of it. Because like I said, it wasn't structured, so suffer in silence, I guess. Not really. I'm going to complain about it. But no. Anyway, talking. Oh yeah, he like name another company or game that does that, where they go and play with the people who create content on their game, their like that is just such a cool thing for them to do and totally unnecessary. Like nobody is telling game developers to be like, well, you don't play with the content creators, so I'm not gonna play your game. But like, it's such a cool thing, especially because I need more carrots. I need more rockets. That's not why, but uh, but no, especially because it gives, and this is part of the reason they do it. They've said so, but it gives them a really good idea of what the community wants in the next update, or like bug fixes that need to be done. And I think a lot of games and game developers could benefit off of that mindset rather than like, I made the game, why do I care what people do on it? Which I do feel like, and obviously I love this game because I've been playing it so much. Like I play it so often. But like, so this is not a diss at the game or even the people who made the game. I think Mojang does a really good job. But like, imagine where Minecraft would be if Mojang took the time to watch like almost everyone who records and creates content. Like, there's so many YouTubers that'll be like, Mojang, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, add this into the game. And like, it's not gonna happen because it's just like the content creator said. The odds of Mojang actually watching that video, especially even if by some miracle they did watch it, then extending the fact, like expecting them to watch the video all the way through to whatever point they say that, yeah, right, like that's gonna happen. I was gonna say, oh, I should put sheep. Oh, sheep is the other animal I bred. It wasn't dogs, but no. Do I have eggs? I mean, I know I have some eggs, but how many eggs do I have? Okay, 13. We're gonna go try and hatch another chicken. But no, God, I'm losing my train of thought so much this episode. Oh, hey, we got one. But no, like, if Mojang watched all of those videos, and I'm not saying take every single idea into account because some of them are so stupid, and that's not a diss at the people making those suggestions either. Like, in most people's mind, most people don't know what developing a game is like. I don't know what developing a game is like, which is why I don't ever make suggestions. Like, I'll occasionally be like, oh man, I really wish they would add this in the game. I have no clue how difficult that is, though. And I'll admit, oh, that's not where that's supposed to go. But no, like, I have no idea how difficult adding something into the game is, especially like some things are crazy complex to add into a game. Like I've noted, like it's usually, from what I've understood, the things that you think would be really complex are sometimes really the easiest, and the things you think would be really easy are actually complex, which I've found while editing is true. Like there's some like 5-second bits that I find really funny. I hope you guys do too. That take me like 10 minutes just to do this little 5-second little bit. Like in the WDM episode where I did the whole like graphic of the sound stage where they call in Doug to do a sound test, and then he blows out the speaker with his sneeze because I was referencing the video where I almost blew out my speakers with a sneeze. That little funny bit, as much as I loved it and as amateur as it looked, that little bit took me like 20 minutes to make, and it is probably maybe 10 to 15 seconds. So like, but anyway, back to my main point. if Mojang watched those videos and took into account some of those suggestions and recommendations, imagine the kind of updates that we would be receiving. Like, I mean, and everyone jokes about it, where they're like, the fans, we want an end update. Minecraft, have a forest that's have the Pale Garden, which is basically just a dark oak forest recolored. And like, yeah, ha ha ha, so funny. But like, on a serious standpoint, Nuggets, I really don't want to get hit. But no, like, on a serious standpoint, would like this baby chicken to grow up. That's my serious standpoint. No, on a serious standpoint, like, Mojang doesn't listen to their fans very often, and it's not like, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not only because they like, oh, they don't watch the videos. Some of the stuff, it is like, okay, like, it's not just people on videos that are saying this. Like, you have sometimes hundreds, if not thousands, of people being like, hey, add this to the game, please. Actually, no, we're gonna use Sweeping Edge. Wow, that anyway. Ignoring that. But no, like, sometimes they have, as I was saying, hundreds, if not thousands, of people telling them, like, hey, we would really like this in the game, please. And would it be difficult for them to just see the thousands of posts being like, usually they're memes, which I find really funny. I think partially because I relate to it so much, but like, they're memes where it's like, because it's like, oh, we really want this thing, but rather than just saying it directly to Mojang, we're gonna make a joke about how we want it, which we're actually serious about. But if we say it as a joke, like, we don't want to offend them or like get really bad backlash from them. So we'll just say it as a joke, and then you can always use that as an out. Like, oh, well, we were just joking. We didn't really mean it. Like, you can always use that as an out. And so I find it really funny when people do that, because I do the same thing. Like, if I want to bring up a topic with my parents that I know is going to be sensitive, I'll say it in a really like sarcastic voice, because I'm like, well, see, if they get upset, it's like, oh, well, if they genuinely take in the topic, then we can talk about it. But if they just like, if they don't care about the topic, then they'll just think I was joking and being sarcastic. So then I don't have to deal with them being upset. It's a really good defense mechanism. But I'll actually sometimes not, because typically they just don't realize you're being serious. But anyway, yeah, I find it funny when people do that. Sorry, I'm trying to lose hunger because I really don't want this like singular carrot being in the way. I would like to have, like, I don't like my inventory being this unorganized. Anyway, and I can't throw a single carrot out. But no, yeah, that's pretty much my point. All that and a bag of chips. I'm gonna wrap up the video there. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was a little bit hectic. I hope you enjoyed despite the chaos of this video. I just really didn't have a plan, and so I was like, hey, screw it. Let's just spontaneity, you know? But no, next video coming out should be on Wednesday, WD on Wednesdays. There's a slight possibility that Doug will not be able to get that out on time. If that does happen, I will upload a single player episode letting you guys know that. But I am still going to be doing the every other day schedule, because, like I said, I'm just not, still trying to ease back into the everyday schedule. it might become a permanent every other day schedule thing. Because it is really tiring to record and edit every day. Um, this isn't like, I'm not saying I don't like it. I love it. I love this whole process. Even when I don't get that many views, I love the actual process of creating a video. Um, I just love creation. But no, so it's not a bad thing. It does take a lot of effort. So there's a possibility it will just become every other day. It shouldn't get any less than that unless there's another, break or something where like I want to spend time with my family, so I take a break, like spring break I might take off and just have a WDM episode. WDM and Saturdays with Sturbo are typically going to keep coming out consistently because typically we record those a week in advance. So um over Christmas break, the problem was I just didn't have time to edit the Saturday with Sturbo, so that was why that was on a break as well. But like typically they're gonna stay weekly, because like I said, we record them so far in advance. Shoot, has my why does it look like my screen hasn't been updated for like 20 minutes? Crap. Well, okay. Well, guys, it looks like the screen wasn't actually recording for half of that. That'll be fun to figure out later. Man, I said some really good stuff too. Crap. That's actually really upsetting for me. Anyway, yeah, it shouldn't get any less than every other day uploads. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.